Abraham Lincoln.
Louisiana Purchase, that's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew. Hello and welcome to episode 666 divided by 2. That's right, 333. In just however many years we've been doing this shit for, it's 7 years in May. 7 more years, we will be hitting the demon number.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my name is Colt. The other guy over there is, I don't know his name. What's your name?
I'm Wenzel, and I'm one of the demonic demons.
Not yet. You're the half demonic, okay?
I'm a goblin.
Okay. I didn't know goblins were classified as demons, but...
They're not. They're not.
Okay.
For a second, whenever you said 600, and for that split second, I thought, oh my god, he already fucking forgot the number. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Wenzel told me probably like a minute before we started what episode number this was. And yeah, I totally forgot what it was.
Yeah.
But no, welcome to episode 333, triple three.
Triple threat.
We're happy to be here. We're stinking. We're farting. And we're just back with you with some more like award show stuff.
And we're goblin.
Ew, give me the gold. Give me the gold. I promise I won't spend it on DVDs. Goblins don't know about Blu-rays yet.
Not yet, but when they do, they're gonna flip. They're gonna lose it. They're gonna flip their fucking shit.
They're still spending like $60 on a DVD copy of fucking like Night at the Museum. It's fucked up.
It's
I don't know the prices of DVDs. But like what they were in their prime.
Oh god.
I was too young to know. I was like a baby and I didn't know what money was like. I'm just a baby. I don't have any money.
The thing is I remember VHSs or VHS tapes. I remember my dad talking about how expensive they are and how expensive they were. I don't remember DVDs for some reason. I just remember DVDs now being super cheap.
Yeah, I remember Blu-rays when they were first parping up. They were not cheap. They were fucking expensive, like $50, $60. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
But now they're still sometimes very expensive.
So yeah, just it depends. But I'm very excited for when the goblins do discover Blu-ray though.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be like shit. I can see the details now. They gotta get a PS3 though before they can do that.
Can you imagine though? They're all just in their like little goblin hole, and they're like oh, and it's just all the whole goblin family comes up to the TV. They put on their little glasses and they're staring at that screen, and they're like oh.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I sure can.
Sorry, I have a very specific image in my head, and it's very cute. I love it. So,
well, just know in my head, I was picturing a goblin gooning. So, yin and yang.
Okay. So if you can't read, I'm coming out super hostile. If you can't read for the fucking title, we're talking about video games. So here's how it's gonna work. So we're talking about 2023 video games. But the thing is that one person here has played a lot of 2023 video games.
Oh, yeah.
And another person here hasn't. And that person is Colt. He hasn't played that many games. I played a lot of 2023 games. So I want to be talking. I can't do this. No, I thought it'd be funny to do a bit where I go into this pretending to talk about 2023 games, but I haven't played any. I played one. And I beat that this year, not 2023, in 2024. I beat it like weeks ago. So
yeah, like that sucks, dude. You need to step up your game, like poggers, unpoggers.
yeah, I just didn't expect 2023 to take the turn that it did. So what we're gonna do is Colt's gonna talk about his top 5 2023 games,
And I will clarify for my list of games that I had personally. I'm not gonna say every single fucking game. I only put in the games that I've beaten, because if I put in every single game that I hadn't beaten, I would have over 100 fucking games, 2023 games to fucking consider.
you've played 100 in 2023 games.
Over 100%, yeah.
Really?
Not to completion, but to at least started and then just dropped because I didn't like it, or I just didn't feel like it, or I'll do it later.
Wait, from 2023 or from any year?
Released in 2023.
You played 100?
I've beaten, I'll tell the number 2023 games in a second. I've beaten less than I have started. That's for sure. I'll say that.
You know, if you have a number, I will, okay. I'm going to calm down. I will believe what you say if you have a number. Okay, so yeah. So Cole is just doing the games that he's beaten. Top 5 beaten. But of course, we'll give you numbers. I have played games in 2023 and I have beaten. Well, that's not true. Sorry. So like realistically, like truthfully, I've only beaten 3 games in 2023. They're not even from 2023. But we're doing this by the time we record, or we're doing this between the time of starting from 2023 to now when we're recording. So the number isn't 3, it's 6.
Oh, big number,
Yeah.
big number.
Yeah, it's better. So yeah. So Colt might occasionally. I told him it's completely fine to talk about like any other games outside outside of that he can mention or discuss, since I have so little. Because 3 of the games that I did beat: Scorn, Resident Evil 2, Uncharted. Those we have episodes for, Backlog BoyZ episodes. Go check those out. Those are really good. So that leaves the 3 games outside of that I have beaten. One of those is from 2023, and then the other 2 aren't. But like I said, I beat them prior to this episode, so I'll talk about those. And yeah, that's just how we're gonna have to do it.
Sorry, I'm counting all the games I've played on PlayStation real quick of the 2023 releases. And it's roughly around like 60. And if I add up all the Nintendo games I've played and all the Xbox games, it'd be around 100, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. In my head though, I was thinking just PlayStation, because we played PlayStation so much. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. I refute my statement, my anger, my confusion.
But yeah, like Wenzel said, gaming
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to state for the record. I don't know.
Don't know how to do a backflip?
I do not know how to do a backflip.
For the record, write that down.
Yeah, make sure you write that down. Yeah, and the 2023 game that I have beaten, me and Colt have both beaten. So we will talk about that in length, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, that didn't even make my top 5. So
yeah, I assumed it wouldn't. But yeah. Because honestly, like I don't even know. Never mind. I can't say that because I haven't beaten anything else, so I don't know. um, yeah, I guess let's just get into it.
Okay. All right. So how do we start? Who's starting?
I guess you start.
Okay. Number 5 is a game that I've actually been looking forward to for a decent amount of time. Ever since they started remaking them. Back in 2018, we even covered the remake, and that is a Resident Evil 4 remake. Holy shit. It is everything I wanted and more. This is the best remake. This is probably the best Resident Evil game, period. Because holy shit, to me personally, I know there's some people bitching, oh, you can't look up Ashley's skirt anymore. Wah. Shut the fuck up. It's better in every way. Quality of life is better. Visually is better to look at. Music's still the same. It's banging and banging. The tank controls are not here, and thank fuck the tank controls in every single Resident Evil game. I hated them. That's why I'd watch YouTube videos on them instead of playing them because I fucking hated playing them. But Resident Evil 4 Remake is absolutely fantastic. The Separate Ways DLC they had for Ada, where you play as Ada doing her Separate Ways DLC, doing her thing, is really fucking good as well. I've probably spent around 20 hours total playing the base game and the DLC. Holy shit, it's still phenomenal, fantastic, fabulous, lovely. Leon Kennedy, most beautiful man alive. Ada Wong, beautiful lady. What else? Ashley won't shut up. That's it.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do any of the character enemy redesigns at all, are they a detriment to the original charm of Resident Evil 4 or of like you know?
Wouldn't say so. There's another thing to take into consideration when playing a remake, especially like these Resident Evil remakes, is the original is still there. You can always go back and play the original, and guess what? The original is still canon because it's the exact same game. It just has different visuals, and it plays better.
Okay.
And I think the enemy designs, I think they just look the same but more realistic because the graphics gotten better over fucking 20 years.
Yeah. Sorry, I was doing a bit where with my question, I stop, I cut it off. But no, like legitimately, like because that's something I think is interesting is like with something like a remake of Resident Evil where they're kind of going into more of the new time, I guess the new timeline you can say with Resident Evil 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And then also too, like you said, graphically and with technology kind of leaning more on realistic, like I guess I've seen that kind of criticism of like, does it hurt its charm or does it hurt its kind of, original aesthetic in any way? And I like with something like with the Resident Evil 2, I never thought that, or 3. If anything, it's still very much the same. I just know that like there's like a certain character in 4 that's been kind of changed and people are kind of like not particularly don't like it particularly.
Who?
That little guy.
He's pretty much the same. I don't see what the big change is. Is it because when he goes into monster mode?
No, I think it's just his little guy form.
He's still a little shit. I don't see it.
I don't know. I just thought it would be something interesting to bring up, but yeah.
I will say he has one of the funniest scenes with Leon in the entire game. It's just so fucking funny. Where you know what? Is it okay if I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's doing his little fucking villain monologue, and in the middle of it, Leon just shoots him, and he says, "Shut the fuck up," or he's like, "I'm getting tired of you talking," and it just gets into the fucking action. I fucking love Leon.
I guess we should say spoilers. God damn it!
Spoilers, but not fully because I don't want to spoil Wenzel, and I feel like the games that we're going to talk about, I don't want people to just be spoiled for them.
Yeah. So slight spoilers, I should mention for that. That's just slight spoilers. God damn. keep forgetting to put that at the top of the hour.
Damn. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 remaster or remake, so fucking good. And you can just, if you don't like it, sure, whatever. Just play the original. It's on everything. Every single thing you can think of. The Switch, PS4, PS3, everything. In the 5. I can't wait for Resident Evil 5 remake.
If we ever get it, who knows?
I hope we do.
I hope we do.
Because I think it'd be cool to see how they can rework and like revisualize some of that stuff.
I hope they don't change that's a very special scene towards the end.
Oh, I need that Boulder scene
showing why Chris Redfield is the most bad. You know, it's so weird because people hate that scene, and I'm like, it's so cool. Like, I can understand too, like people's criticisms now with like, you know, things being redone and like losing the charm, but like that in particular, Resident Evil 5 does not need to be changed. That is the charm right there, buddy. That doesn't need to be changed.
I know a lot of people dislike 5 and 6 because like they're action packed. 6, I understand the disliking, not because of action packed, just because of you're running that shit thin. But
yeah.
I just think that the charm of 5 is just how fucking ridiculous it is. And the charm of not just 5, but all of Resident Evil is just how fucking crazy it can be and like stupid. And that's just what makes it fun.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Leon's hair, like that in itself is a bit.
I need to see fucking 40 to 50-year-old Leon in Resident Evil 9. I really need it. Ethan's gone. Just give me it, okay?
He has it. I bet he won't look any different.
I need him to still have that swoopy hair. I just need him to be older, and you know what? Give him like a Marcus Phoenix beard. And like 4 or 5, I can't remember which game he has it.
You know, it'd be really funny if they're like during like a demo of it, they're like, to really show Leon's age, we gave him a little bit of a beard, and then we gave him a tiny little white strand of hair on his head. And sometimes when he runs, he gets a little out of breath.
I'm getting too old for this.
That's it. While he's still agile and lean and sexy.
Yeah, it's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to be, you know what? Fuck it. Make him buff. Make him like he had went on a training regimen with fucking Chris, and they're both like punching boulders together as they hug and like sweat and stuff. You know, I think it'd be a good game.
Get a little sloppy with each other. Yeah, totally.
You don't have to tell anybody.
All right. I guess it's my turn. I guess I'm gonna have to be intermittent with mine, and that's okay. So like, okay. Yeah. All right. I'm thinking this in my head because I didn't think about this beforehand. And that's okay. We're good about thinking stuff on the fly. All right. That's how it shows you how professional and how awesome we are.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So my game that I beat in 2023, but technically I beat at the very beginning of this year, but technically we're not talking about technicalities, was Spider-Man Miles Morales from 2020.
Yes, the year the PS5 dropped.
Yeah. So yeah, I started that literally the year it came out, or either that in 2021. It might have been 2021, but anyway, I started, got like about 10%, 20% through it, never picked it up again. Then picked it up in October, trying to beat it before Spider-Man 2, stopped. Then I didn't pick it back up literally until the beginning of this year. I finally beat it. And yeah, it's good. It's good. It just feels like Spider-Man 1 DLC. And
I mean, that's what it originally was. But you know, I'm glad it got a new game or a separate game in my opinion, because I think if they just released it as DLC, they would have just put it on the PS4, but they needed something for the PS5, and They took it and they cranked that shit up graphically. Beautiful. 60 FPS. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah. No, it's still pretty game. Still Spider-Man, still fun, still really, really cool to have the different move sets and combos of Miles. Really, really helpful and really more powerful than Peter, obviously. And the story wise, it wasn't bad. I definitely, it was just kind of not as hard hitting as Spider-Man 1, and that's not bad or anything. I think the ending was really good with the Tinkerer.
Yes, I think the Tinker is really cool, and he fucking blew her the fuck up.
Damn, I said slight spoilers. You just went ahead and.
I mean, I feel like we're gonna do a lot of spoilers for both Spider-Man games. Because since you've beaten both and I've beaten both.
Fair enough. Yeah, I did say that we can, since we both beaten them, we can go a little heavy in that. Okay, I said that for us, not for the audience. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, it was nice exploring Miles' side of things, and but there was like a lot of repetitiveness that was just kind of but it's whatever. It's an action superhero game, so I can't be too harsh on that. But I will say, because Colt told me about this, and then I finished it, and I remember we talked about it a little bit. Was the scene or the mission where you have to go around and get the audio bits for a song?
Oh yeah,
to make a song with the Prowler. It's bad.
Yeah, it's really fucking bad. Thank you so much, Uncle. Because holy fuck, it's bad. It's just sounds.
It really is just, and like the sounds were interesting. Don't get me wrong, but like it's like literally you take the sounds and you do no sort of editing, alterations whatsoever. Just put the sounds as they are together, and what do you have? You have a mishmash of fucking nothing.
You can turn any sound into a good beat or song, but let's just say, Miles, you don't know how to do it. And I know your passion's music. You're going to the school in the second game for talent and whatnot. But man, you know what? It's one of your first works. I'll give you that.
It's one of his first works. That's true. I mean, goddamn. You need to rethink it, bud. that first work anyway.
That first one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, though, I mean, it's a pretty, it's pretty cut and dry. I say dry. I don't mean that in a mean way. It's, it's Spider-Man, and there's a lot of charm and fun to it, especially as Miles, and that's really all I have to say for that. Also, if I were to give it a rating, I'd probably give it like a 8 out of 10, maybe. I keep struggling between like a 7.5 to an 8, just because there's some stuff when I think about it, I kind of roll my eyes at, but then there's some stuff I'm just like, man, this is so cool and so fun. But like, it's just nothing, it's just nothing too crazy. It was just a fun game.
Yeah, there's nothing personally for me to complain about with it. It was a great console launch game. It showed off all the haptic feedback shit and whatnot for PS5. It could have been just because I played it at the time, the launch of the PS5, that I liked it so much, but still, it's a great game.
Yeah. All right.
Now we're ready for number 4?
Yeah.
All right. Here's a game that's probably not going to be an exclusive to Xbox come next year, or probably 2025. And that is Starfield. Ooh, Starfield.
Stars in the fields. A field of stars.
And I know it's probably controversial to a lot of people that I put it here, especially above fucking Resident Evil 4. and a lot of games that I'm not even gonna say because I like it more than them. I really fucking love Starfield. It's a Bethesda game through and through. Yes, it has some outdated mechanics, some very Bethesda systems going on that they have not replaced since Oblivion. But for me, it felt like home, but in space. It felt very comfortable. I easily slid 80 to 90 hours into this game. I did everything too. I got every single side story completed, every single faction thing completed. Yeah. I just loved this game. It was a whole lot of fun, and designing your own ship, that was probably my favorite part, is designing my own freighter. Basically, I put so many fucking storage units on that bitch. I think in the end I had like around 50,000 tons or 60,000 tons of storage, but that doesn't matter. It's just a fun game all around. I enjoy the guns. I will say it is lacking when it comes to memorable locations, other than like the established Atlantis, or not Atlantis, whatever the main hub city. I can't even remember his name. That's not a great sign for it.
Is it not New Atlantis?
I think it might be. It might be.
I know the planet's Jemison.
Yes, Jemison. But yeah, it feels empty at times because you go to a new planet. It's in a fucking Todd Howard special thing about the game was you can go to every single planet you see. And then people were bitching at launch like, you can't go to a gaseous planet? You can't go to a gas planet? What the fuck? I thought I could go to any planet I want. But in the end, being able to go to every planet that you want is disappointing because there's just like the same copy and pasted outposts on every single planet, other than like actual story related planets. It's disappointing in that regard, but for me, like I said, it's a home. I loved it. I had a lot of fun with it, regardless of its shortcomings.
What about the story? And what do you think about the story? How did it hold up like through?
I thought the story was pretty awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. I can't really go into depth because unless you already know what's going on there.
I don't.
Yeah,
okay.
The story is very cool. I really enjoy the. It's really cool. I can't say anything because I don't want to spoil it for Wenzel.
It's like that bit with the TikToks where they'll have a blank item and they'll be like, I really like.
Yeah.
I can't wait for me to have some. So, yeah, no, I hear half and half things on it. Like people enjoyed it, and then people who like, well, I guess it's more like 70-30. 70% more people hated the story or hated how it ends or whatever, and 30% like enjoyed it or thought it was cool or great. I mean, I don't know. I got pretty far into it, not that far. But like, you know, when you get your first space power, and that's it. That's where I stopped. I didn't hate it or anything. I was having fun, like customizing my ship, doing as much exploration as I could. Like Colt said, it's just a lot of, you know, copy and paste bases and stuff. And then there is some stuff that they'll have where they'll have these like little side quests that are like, they're kind of interesting, but some of them will be like, they'll be kind of vacant, or like they'll just be missing pieces to them that are just kind of like, what the hell happened here? I'm really frustrated with that. And then with like the exploration of like going to these planets, and yeah, there's like cut and dry outposts, or there's certain environmental stuff that you can look into that will be kind of semi-interesting, but there's nothing else to it besides just, you know, you go there, you scan, you get 100%, you leave, you know.
Yeah, like, and looking back on it, like when it first came out and I was playing it, like I fucking loved it. I was feeling like this is probably my favorite Bethesda game, because just how much fucking fun I'm having playing it. I still think it's one of my favorites, but I don't think it is number one because it's hard to say that a lot of it is very forgettable when it comes to the side stuff. But when it comes to like something like Skyrim, I and Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, and even 4, I remember a lot more of those games. And I think it's because of the way they have the map and exploration set up too. It's just everything is squeezed together. I think Bethesda does its best when everything is put in one area, not spans across multiple planets. Or if they ever do a Starfield 2, which they will, because this game did pretty good, I need them to rein it in and say, like, not every planet's going to have something. Kind of like with Mass Effect, they would have planets that had nothing on it. They said, sure, you can go to it, but there's nothing. And they had planets that actually had stuff, and it told you that before you went on it.
Yeah, I think maybe rather than like seeing the like, oh, you can go to every planet, I think it should be like, yeah, you can go to every planet, but you know, there's nothing there. And the thing is too is like, I mean, kind of realistically, like there's gonna be a lot of planets or worlds in our own universe where there's just gonna be fucking barren. It's just gonna be rocks. They're just literally rocks. I mean, asteroids. I mean, you could do that too in Starfield. You go to little planetoids or maybe moons or dwarf planets or whatever, and there's just these little I just threw out a lot of terms that don't apply to what I'm talking about, but basically like these little moons, and they're just asteroids. They're just rocks. That's all they are. They're good for mining, and I think that's what they should do. They should be like, look, you can go to these, but there's nothing on them. I think they're good for mining.
Yeah,
unless
you resource stuff. You just they should just be that. You don't have to put an outpost on every single planet, or just don't put that many fucking planets in the game because it's bloated at times.
I mean, yeah, it seems like they do really best with a finite, I guess. Even though Starfield's map, quote unquote, is finite as well. There's a lot of land, a lot of worlds. I think maybe like, and this is their first go at it. Unlike Miles with his first go at a fucking song, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I think it's just a good way to like, okay, if they do a Starfield 2, then they can do it this way with the exploration and the planets rather than learning from that. And I think that's fine because they haven't done this before. They haven't done something like this, so
the combat felt great. I would say
combat was great.
Space combat feels really good. At first it's incredibly awkward because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and like it feels like it takes forever to turn your ship. But as soon as you like get the hang of it and the mechanics of slowing down instead of holding full gas trying to find these fuckers, it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was combat in general was just, oh god, yeah. Sorry, I'm starting to remember now the spaceship's combat. Yeah, that was really good. But I'm just thinking about combat in general, like, yeah, ship combat, land combat when you're on the ground shooting the guns. It was all good. Like, can't complain about the gameplay like that. Oh, but back to like stuff. So like with like missions or whatever. Something I do remember. I do still remember the Mantis side quest, and there was another side quest I remember about. There was this outpost with it had these weird fucking fungi in it, and like that really bothered me because there was these little notes everywhere. It was like a pharmaceutical lab, and there was these notes that were talking about this fungi and how it's spreading, and there's like some weird stuff about it, blah blah blah. But then that's it. It never talked. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else left about it. You can't scan the fungi. You can't there's nothing, and there's a cave, but it literally leads to a dead end. There's nothing at the end of the cave. Nothing.
I mean, it could be like a DLC reference, because it's gonna have DLC.
I mean,
they've done it in 76 and 4 and 3.
Maybe, yeah, but it just I hope so. It it honestly just felt so. There were so many gaps with what was happening there that I doubt it. I really doubt it. It makes me feel like there was much to be desired there, but I could be wrong. They could do DLC, but I don't know, because that's also the same planet where there's like another side quest that has a little more detail to it. That's fairly interesting. It has to do with a robot factory. That was really cool. But still, lot to be desired. But yeah, yeah, Starfield. I have to beat it, but not bad. You know.
No, it's a fun game. That's why I have it at number 4. I know it sounded like we talked a lot of shit on it, but I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we talked a lot of shit. I think it's just the exploration. That was the big thing. But
Yeah, because to me, I fucking love the story. I love the dialogue choices. I like just everything about it. And just like, we don't really get many RPGs like it. Until like Baldur's Gate 3, I wasn't getting RPGs with dialogue where I could insult someone and have a giggle about it as much as I did with these games.
Yeah. All right.
Number 4.
I'm doing mine intermittently. So you go to your 3, and then I'll do the one after that for mine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Number 3, that is a game that came out in May. It's Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, wow. Number 3.
Yeah, this was my number 1 game when it first came out. But holy shit, it got dethroned, and it got dethroned hard. Fucking love Tears of the Kingdom. It is the perfect follow-up to Breath of the Wild. They perfected the formula. They added fucking Kerbal Space Program with you being able to glue everything together, make your own rockets, mechs, anything you can imagine, you can make in this goddamn game. I'm surprised they didn't put Doom in Tears of the Kingdom. I imagine you could probably make a PC, because you can make a PC in Minecraft, so why the fuck not in Tears of the Kingdom? Great, fantastic game. I absolutely loved the story. It was a little beautiful segment with Zelda and Link. I feel like the stuff that happened in the past was better than what happened in the current day, like modern day. Since Zelda went back in time, I wanted that game. I want to experience the stuff that happened in the past instead of the stuff that happened now. But the stuff that happened that you were playing through as Link was still really cool. If anything to add or change this game, probably. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Just remove durability for weapons. That's one thing, I guess. I fucking hate breaking my favorite weapon in the middle of a fucking fight with the biggest 3-headed dragon bitch, Gleelock or something like that. Just, I don't want weapons to break. And also, give me... I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'd like to have icons on my map that shows me where all the Kurok seeds are. Because hunting down those fuckers with guides is a bitch. But yeah, that's Tears of the Kingdom.
I don't know if I'll ever play Tears of the Kingdom within this lifetime.
Damn, you missing out.
No. I fair within the next like year or two. I don't know, just because I haven't played Breath of the Wild, and
it's not as long as you think it is. Breath of the Wild, I only had like 40 hours in it, and if you want to like just play the main quest, you can, and you'll probably beat it in like 25.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember at the time being worried just because of how I kept hearing of how long people have like sunk into it, and then my mind just kind of was like, oh, this is going to be how long is going to take for you, which honestly, because of how much I sink into games, especially with exploration and doing side quests, yeah, it would probably take me a while. And that's the thing I worry about kind of. But it's been years now, so I probably can. I don't know how soon, honestly.
I just recommend just play the main quest. It's super good. It's really good story, and it's a lot of fun for both of these games.
Yeah, well, maybe. I'm not a fucking loser.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I'm just kidding. I got a lot of games to play, so.
Is it not your turn now?
It is.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. Let's talk about Spider-Man 2.
Okay, Spider-Man 2.
Yes, the only 2023 game I've beaten on this list is Spider-Man 2. And what can
AKA
I
a game that's gotten dick ridden to hell.
Yeah. It's been I mm, I guess I get it. Like it's a good game. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, it is a good game.
But like when you have the like everything else that's come out from last year, like visually, conceptually, it's just like it's it's like how can you compare it to that? Like don't like again, it's a good game. I give it a 9 out of 10. Maybe.
What the fuck?
No. Okay, sorry. I keep having this because I've been going back and forth with how to rate Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2. I keep thinking, okay, Spider-Man 2, it's it's a Spider-Man game. The web slinging mechanics and stuff are probably the best out of a Spider-Man game. They're really
and
good.
he got the fucking wingsuit. The wingsuit's a game changer.
Wingsuit really good. The and then like some of the story stuff and the way Insomniac is doing their their own version of a Spider-Man story, and then the voice acting's really good. The combat, the characters, I really enjoy the dynamics there. But then sometimes I'm like, it is just a just a regular action adventure hero game, and it's Marvel. It's like how much like this shit has been redone so many times. It's been thrown out there, just, regurgitated, blah. But then I'm like, but then it's like, like it's their own interpretation, and we haven't gotten it like this. And then with the technology, especially with how, there's that section with Black Cat, spoiler, she's traveling through fucking portals. It's really sick. Probably the only time where you have the PS5 technology really shown off, and
oh yeah,
Insomniac skills really shown off, like what they do with Ratchet and Clank. So, like, and then also too the Sandman intro at the very beginning of the game where you fight Sandman. I said Sandman like
Sandman.
4 times. Sandman. Like that. But the thing is too, and then there was a reviewer who I was watching who talked about how, it's still a good game, but the Sandman and the Black Cat section, like none of that stuff ever happens again. Like nothing crazy like that ever happens again. I mean, there's the stuff with Venom. The Venom section was really sick. But it's just I'm kind of like I'm always kind of swaying because like like I said, it's a good game. It's a fun game, and it's tickling the parts of my brain that I really enjoy. So I can't hate it, but also too I can't say that it's anything like greater or better than the stuff that's come out last year. Even if I haven't played that stuff, it's just like I said, conceptually, like that stuff has far more merit than what we have with Spider-Man 2 because it's just a cut and dry hero story.
Yeah, if they cover stuff like if they adapt stuff from the comics, I'd rather them do the lesser known but still received well stories from them. It's just I wasn't that. I mean, I did enjoy the interaction between Harry and Peter. It's just I didn't care for Craven, to be honest. I thought Craven was annoying, but he was still cool. The way he killed his entire family, and the entire fucking cast of villains from the first game fucking dead. No show, like no fanfare for them. They're just beheaded and their heads are put on plaques.
Yeah, I talked about Colt with this. I was like, what the fuck? Like all these villains are like being killed off. I know because Rhino died in Miles Morales, right? Like, did we ever talk about
No,
that? Well, we never see Rhino again, do we?
no, I don't. You see his head on a plaque in 2 in a out of bounds area.
So he's dead.
Yeah, it's implied he's gone.
Well, I mean, because Tinkerer stabbed him at the very end of Miles Morales, or close to the end. That's where I'm getting that, because I never got confirmation on that. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Sorry, if I ever got confirmation on Rhino's death, because there was nothing in there anyway. Sorry. Scorpion died. We know Vulture died. Did Electro die?
I think so.
How the fuck did he kill Electro?
Probably just stabbed him.
I'm like, the guy's fucking electricity.
That doesn't matter. Craven wants the strongest warrior, man.
Yeah, no, sorry. I don't know. Maybe I should have done my research and looking into these characters' deaths. But really though, like so many of the ones from Spider-Man 1, like we know are dead now, and in the current rogues gallery that we have is like the characters are like Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative isn't a threat anymore. He doesn't have his powers. Spoiler.
Yeah, but I thought Mr. Negative's segment was really cool, and I like the transfer of his powers to
No, Mr. Negative was super sick with how that is how Peter gets anti-venom. Really cool.
And the whole forgiveness arc between Miles and him, I thought that was a really strong point in the game.
It was a really strong point. It just, I like, like I said, like the dynamics and the certain themes that they're dealing with here, I think are really interesting and really good. But then like with like certain things, it's just kind of like it I'm trying to think of how to like the whole thing of balance, like Peter having to find balance with his life. Like what the like, okay, sorry. I I also too, the suit, Miles' new suit. I should bring that up.
Oh, because that was a lot of people's they hated it. Personally, I don't like it. I think it's kind of ugly. But I don't hate it. I just think it shouldn't be the fucking suit that he has going into whatever the next Spider-Man game is. I'll say that. I don't like the blue. The blue is not a good addition. I don't like that the hair is out, but there is a skin where his hair is out that I do like.
It does look cool, yeah, like that. Because the thing is like that suit, that style where his hair's out has been done before. They're clearly pulling from that, but it just doesn't look good. I don't know what they fucking. I don't know. If that shit's on the cover of Spider-Man 3, I'm gonna lose it.
Gosh, fucking whack. Maybe in Spider-Man 3, he's like, oh man, I thought about it. That suit was fucking ugly. I'm gonna make a better version of my original suit.
I love too how none of the characters, at least I don't think any of the characters say anything remotely of like, well, maybe maybe they do. I don't.
When Peter sees it, he's like, new suit. That's all.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they don't say anything. They say neutral things. So I'm like, I wonder if that's Insomniac's way of being like, we're gonna see how people feel about it. If they don't like it, we're just gonna retcon it.
I hope that is the case. I really
Which is
hope
a
that's
smart move. It's a smart move in my opinion. Because Jesus Christ, I don't hate it either. It just doesn't look good. I don't understand I don't understand how people can hate it, as much as they do, but whatever. Yeah, and then back to Peter and Harry's like friendship. I love that. Like especially the segments where you get to go back in time to when they're in fucking high school. That was so cool.
Yeah, it was. I just really, really enjoy, and the way you could see how, what's Harry's dad's name?
Norman.
Norman. You can see the relationship between Peter and Norman, and like Norman actually cares about Peter. He likes Peter. Which I haven't read many Spider-Man comics. I don't know what their relationship is like normally, but it was nice to see.
From what I remember from the movies, I mean, because Harry and Peter are always close friends. I mean, because they're close friends, you know, they, him and his dad, you know, they get to know each other pretty well. I don't know if you remember in Spider-Man 1, you know, they literally have dinner with Peter's mom, not mom, aunt, basically his mom, Aunt May, but you know, but they have dinner together, and you know, there's been times like, I mean, so yeah, I really like how they showed that too. It was fucked up though, and I think but it was really good for the dynamic there was when, basically Norman was like telling Peter that like, you're like a son to me as well, kind of gonna replace Harry with him. Oh my god, that's fucked up. But it was good. It was good.
Also, seeing the way the Venom symbiote changes people, where like Harry's like begging Peter for the symbiote back. He's like, please give me the symbiote. I'm going to die. And Peter's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch. You're just sad because you're gonna die and you gotta use a cane, bitch.
It was so crazy because there was a scene in there that was so like, it was so toxic where Harry is like dying with his cane, and he has to take pills, and he's, you know, he's just trying to ask Peter like, you know, what's going on, can I get the suit back or anything, and he's getting kind of irritated at Peter, and Peter's like, why don't you pop some more pills and tell me how you really feel. Like, Jesus, Peter.
And he treats fucking MJ like shit. Man,
it's so crazy. I like, that was really good. I think that was also really well done because it has the kind of like the comic kind of ridiculousness of it, but at the same time, it's just like, it's like, this is what it fucking does to people. It alters their emotions and their perceptions of things. So it was really good. That was really good. Combat was really cool as well, dividing between like the different skill trees and stuff. And again, like with, you know, with Miles having the added boost of his Venom power, not, you know, not the symbiote, but that's literally what his electricity is called, Venom. And then having Peter having his oh gosh, the arms, the spider arms or whatever, having kind of to balance between like, you know, Miles has an edge, but now Peter does too with his arms, but then he gets the Venom suit and he gets an even bigger edge. So I like that kind of that balance there.
and even I know a lot of this is another controversial segment of the game is the MJ segments. I really enjoyed the MJ segments. Even in the first game, I enjoyed them. People hated them in that one and this one. Personally, I think they're even better here because she now has a taser, and it's really fucking fun to shoot these fucking Knoll symbiote fuckers.
Did she ever go against the? Oh, she did.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that segment. Where she gets the sonic blaster or the sonic attachment for the, because I was just thinking about the hunter segment where she goes around and has to tase the hunters. Well, I agree though. I enjoy the MJ segments. It stresses me out, and I think that's really good because it's like you're not like Spider-Man, so you only have this little taser gun. But it's really good. It's really good. And then spoiler, MJ turning into Scream was really cool.
Oh yeah, it gives you a taste of what's to come, especially with all the references to Knoll and whatnot. I want to see the rest of the symbiote fuckers in the Venom game. It's gonna happen.
And that's where I also really enjoy too about Spider-Man 2 is like how much it it sets up is like I was telling Colt, like, because Colt didn't know like how much stuff was like referenced to Noel, the god of the symbiotes, with the symbols, and then also too like the different children of Venom. We didn't really get anybody else. We just got Scream. It would have been, they kind of used the color palette for like the basic symbiote enemies, which I thought was really smart of them to turn regular citizens into symbiotes and have you fight them. But I will say, Jesus Christ, they make them so fucking difficult.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
shit.
clearing out those nests it's a bitch, and the tools you use in this game are way better than the tools in the first game. They
Absolutely.
are actually incredibly valuable, and they fucking kick ass. And they
Yeah.
are essential. If you don't use those during the nest things, you will lose.
Yeah, I will say that's one thing I liked about this game is that it really is like, look, you should do the side quest, you should do the crime and progress, you should do you should explore, get parts and stuff, because it's basically setting up for like you need to have everything basically maxed out, every gadget, every skill, because towards the end game section where you're fighting all the symbiotes, you're going to need every tool at your disposal. And I think that's super sick. I think that's a good way to get people to really play the game and play the mechanics and stuff. And holy shit, even then it was such a pain in the ass. And the thing is they'll do these nests where it'll just be one and you have to protect it while the device is getting armed, right? It's like a minute, maybe a minute and 30, depends on where it is. But then sometimes they'll do two nests where you have to protect 2 points, and they'll be so far away from each other, and you have to do it for like 2 minutes and like 30 seconds. It's such a bitch. It's, oh my god, it was such a pain. Probably the only section in the game where I actually died several times because it was so fucking hard. Did not die at any other point in the game. Died during these nests trying to clear them out. Holy shit, so difficult.
Also, there was another reference to another symbiote that we haven't covered yet, and that is Cletus Cassidy. Very clearly, we're getting Carnage shit going up soon. And he's
Yes,
known as what? The Fire, the Flame,
the flame.
the Flame, and it's just Cletus Cassidy. And he almost kills Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
It was crazy because there was this whole side thing with this cult called I think the cult was called the Flame as well, or whatever, Cult of the Fire, Cult of the Flame, Cult of the Flame. And this is part of Wraith. You get her. This is part of her storyline, and we don't. And her. She wasn't that bad. It just there wasn't. It was. It was a good quest. I'll say that it's a good quest because it sets up for Carnage. Because the entire time you're doing this shit, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck this is. But the entire time with the flame symbol, I'm like, this looks so much like the Knoll. And they keep mentioning like Eldritch shit about like the Crimson Hour and stuff. I'm like, this sounds so much like something with like Knoll or some kind of god or something. What the fuck is this? And then you finally meet this red-headed bitch commanding the cult, and I'm like, there's no way this is Cletus Cassidy. He just seems so fucking, I don't know, kind of like a hipster, psycho hipsterish. And then at the very end, when he almost kills Peter, he gets the fucking symbiote that's being transported on the train, and it's red, and he mentions about how there's going to be carnage. I'm like, oh my god, like the entire time the pieces have been here and I just have not connected them. It was crazy. I'm very excited for how they set that up.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking excited for Carnage. I love the Carnage designs and every single thing that I've seen with Carnage in it. Like my first experience with Carnage was the 2001 or 99. I can't remember what year it came out, but it came out on the Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, probably the 90s. Spider-Man game. It's called Spider-Man. I fucking love that game, and the final boss being like Dr. Ock, but he's got the Carnage symbiote. So cool.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, same thing. I love Carnage. The symbiotes always get me excited. And then when you got the anti-venom suit, so crazy. And what's crazy too is Peter still has it. So I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know. This just sets up a lot of stuff, and I'm very excited for it. Oh my god! Also, too, when you're using the anti-venom suit and you beat the shit out of the symbiotes, and pieces of the symbiote burn off, and they're like little embers. That's so cool, so fucking cool.
Playing as Venom as well was fucking awesome. Like when he goes into big Venom mode, that's fucking crazy because he's brutal as shit, and he eats. Major spoiler. He eats fucking Kraven's head. He just bites it off in one bite. And if you go back to that spot in New York, not in real life in the game, you can find Kraven's necklace next to a spatter of blood on top of that little area.
No, that whole scene is crazy because you're playing Spider-Man and you don't ever kill people. But this is like the first time in the Spider-Man games where you're killing people, because the whole section where Venom's going on a rampage, oh my god, it like the executions are so brutal. There's one at first when you play it, I'm like, oh, okay, you're not killing people, you're just beating the absolute fucking shit out of them. But no, after you get to this one point where you grab a guy and you literally snap his spine, I was like, and then one of the NPCs is like, oh god. I'm like, we're killing people. I was like, oh my god, these people are dead. It's insane. It was so cool. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I convince myself 9 out of 10. It's a
good game.
Like, good game.
It's not as good as other games that came out this year. There's another thing. One more controversial thing is that it didn't win Game of the Year. Fuck you! Shut the fuck up. It's a great game. Like we said, both Wenzel and I are kind of dick riding it right now because it is a fun game and it has a lot of cool stuff in it. But it's not as good as these other games, and you just have to accept the fact that your super fucking popular mainstream superhero video game isn't as good as this super well thought out story video games.
Like, yeah, that's kind of what's been kind of like my apprehension here, is because, you know, if anybody knows about what happened to Game Awards, you know, there was a lot of controversy because it didn't get Game of the Year. And what's great, and then literally that caused a huge thing of people like, what the fuck is Baldur's Gate 3? Who's ever heard of that game? Who even plays that? Which is like insane. Like, people are just insane. And
I've seen a lot of people playing Baldur's Gate 3 hate playing because they're like, I gotta see what the fuck beat Spider-Man. And then it turns out they fucking love Baldur's Gate 3 and they're like, okay, I get it. Fuck.
Like, I wish it was that, you know, if people would just not be so fucking weird, you know, if it would be that innocent, then yeah. But no, some people are just fucking terrible. And and the thing is too, is like, again, the game's good, but when you have it up against these other games, like, it was just a good year from, you know, from what we can tell. And I mean, will Spider-Man 2 leave a lasting impression like these other games? I don't know. But
like, I remember a lot of it still, and I beat it like the week it came out. So it's still a good game. And like, I remember all of the Spider-Man video games pretty fucking well.
Yeah. No, I beat it within a week as well. I literally started it and I was just like, I'm going all into this bitch because I've been waiting. I've been excited. And yeah, and like, but I'm talking about in terms of like, will we remember it like 5 years from now, or will it leave a lasting impression 5 years from now or 10 years? Who knows, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, every game that you enjoy, you know, you can remember. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, that's all for my Spider-Man discussion. Sorry.
Oh yeah. In conclusion, Spider-Man is good.
It's good,
but not that good. Keep crying. Wah, wah, wah. All right. So number 2 for me. You ready, or do you go again?
No, you go.
Okay. Number 2 for me. This is a controversial position considering how many people love this game and the fact that it won Game of the Year. That's right. It's Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, this game is fucking fantastic. It came out I think the week after or the few days after Starfield Early Access came out. So I didn't touch the game fully until December. And that's when I finally just went balls to wall, put like 90 hours into it, and I beat it as like my second or third game of 2024. So technically I didn't beat it last year. So I did not add it to my games added together list for later that I beat.
But don't worry. Technically, we're not talking about technicalities.
Yes. Baldur's Gate 3, absolutely fantastic game. I played it single player. I know there's a multiplayer mode. It sounds interesting. I don't know how I feel about you can have one person going doing this other storyline while the other is doing this other storyline. It's side quest storylines. I feel weird about that. I don't know if you can do both of you doing the same storyline at the same time, or you have to do separate storylines at the same time. I didn't play it, so I don't know. But single player was so much fucking fun. Holy shit. I was not into games like this. I really wasn't. Every time I saw games that looked like this, a top-down like combat system, I'd usually just tune out thinking like, it's not for me. It's for someone else. But after this game came out on PC in August, I heard so much stuff, and like it was being reviewed as one of the best games of all time on fucking PS5 day one, and I didn't touch it for months. And holy shit, the hype is real. It's legit. It's a fantastic game, fantastic story with amazing characters. Shadowheart, I love you. Karlach, I love you. Gale, I love you. Wheel, Lae'zel, just so Ollie Halson. I'm trying to remember all the characters, but they're all very memorable characters. There's not a fucking forgettable party member in their storyline because each party member has their own specific quest line that's so fucking good. Shadowheart's being my favorite personally, but holy fuck, it's just a genuinely great game.
Shadowheart is the buff demon lady, right?
No, that's Karlach.
Oh, well, I love Karlach.
Shadowheart is the dark-haired woman that eventually, depending on your choices, her hair can turn white.
Ooh.
Yeah, she is a beautiful, awesome character, and I love her so much. They better have DLC where you can just live a happy life with her on a farm. That's my one request, Larian. Please follow through.
Hell yeah.
But I have to say it, I played only after the there was an update that added the basically baby mode that lets you edit every single stat thing you can possible to where you can make the game basically playable by a baby. And I needed that because let's just say I'm a little stupid when it comes to combat, and I don't feel like redoing the same combat thing 5 times in a row. So I kind of just made everything as easy as possible, and doesn't matter because I fucking love the game, and the combat wasn't what I was there for. It was the RPGs and the storytelling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I highly recommend everyone check this game out. Check it out. You can make any character you can think of, or you can play the origin character. I plan on playing Divinity 2 next. That's the last Larian Studios game they made that is basically a Baldur's Gate game, but without the D&D branding and characters and stuff like that. Fuck. Baldur's Gate 3, fantastic game. Please play it.
Hell yeah. I can make a guess about what your number one in a game is, but I'm not going to say it.
Oh, yeah.
But I will go what
Okay.
my number one game is, and then you'll go, and then bam. So the game, I can't talk about it too much just because I know Colt needs to play it, and I technically beat it this year, but after 5 years, I finally beat Blasphemous 1.
Wenzel's Game of the Year 2023 is a game that came out 5 years ago.
Yeah, I really, because Blasphemous 2 came out last year, and I was like, I really want to play Blasphemous 2, but of course I have to beat Blasphemous 1. And so I was like, fuck it. I need to beat it. I need to. So that's what I did. And once I beat Spider-Man 2, I went all in. I was like, I'm locking in, I'm doubling down, I'm beating Blasphemous. I did it. Wow. Great. So fucking good. I also, and they had so many updates and DLC. I also got it sucks though. I wish there was trophies or achievements or whatever for their DLC stuff, because I got the true ending. I got ending C, um which is the best. Like, it is the best ending because it's a true ending, but literally it's so fucking sick because they use because there's been so many updates and stuff, they use a different animation for it. It's really cool. I Blasphemous is so my fucking game. Because I want to say I talked about it on one of the podcast episodes forever ago, maybe back in 2019, maybe 2020. But holy shit, it's I love Metroidvania games. I love Soul-esque games, and I love this. I love the pseudo religious iconography and the story. It's so fucking good. It's so cool. It's so creepy. It's so grotesque. Oh God, it's so good. Um, and there's the art design too. There is a this area. It's a very small area, and it's just there for that little part. But there is architecture in there that is so sick that I recall directly from my fucking art history classes, and I'm like, holy shit, because the game is inspired by a lot of it's made by a Spanish team, so it's inspired by a lot of Spanish um tales involving like um Christian folklore, I guess if you want to say it like that, or like and then architecture and stuff like that. A lot of Spanish aesthetic. It's really cool. And yeah, and I took so many fucking screenshots because I'm trying to put together like something where, like, a thread or something where I can like talk about it and kind of show it off a little bit um through that, because it's so cool. Um I'm trying to think. And then I saved some of my boss fight clips because, again, the designs for the enemies and the bosses and the characters are so cool. It's one of my favorite games of all time now. And it makes me so sad that it took me so long, but also too, I'm kind of glad. I kind of Because there's some shit when the game first came out that was so difficult to do that it wasn't until the updates where they made it easier and much more streamlined. So I'm not too sad about that, but yeah. Um oh gosh, I'm trying to think what else. It's just such a cool game. Such a cool game. And I've already started Blasphemous 2. Um and I'm making my way through that. I stopped a little bit because I've been busy with stuff, but I'm gonna pick it back up because holy shit. So so excited. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it a go at some point. I just don't know when that point is because, good lord, my backlog is huge, especially with just 2024 games. Holy fuck, 2024 is starting off incredibly strong, and I'm just beating away at it with a hammer. I'm going, okay? Give me a goddamn minute.
Dude, and the thing is too is like I can't remember how many hours I put like over 20 hours into Blasphemous, and there's like a trophy for if you can get to this certain point in the game within like or under 3 hours. And I want to try it, but also too, fuck that, because there's so much stuff like there's no fucking way I can remember all this shit you have to do. Because sorry, this is a different gripe. That'll be that's for something else. No, I'll say it because there's no fucking way you can't do this stuff without getting the upgrades, and there's no. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Sorry. Probably just have to watch a walkthrough or something. Yeah. So play Blasphemous if you haven't.
Yes, I will. Okay, goddamn, don't have to yell at me.
Sorry.
Now,
What-
you ready for my number one?
Yes.
Number one is a game that if you follow me on Twitter, you already know what it is. You already know.
Peppa Pig.
Yep, it's Peppa Pig's Island Adventure. No, it's Alan Wake 2, the long-awaited game that's not necessarily long for me because I didn't play the Alan Wake game, but Alan Wake 1 until last year or the year before. I can't remember. But fuck, Alan Wake 2 is the story continuing from Control and Alan Wake 1 that it just feels so fucking good, man. The minds behind this goddamn game are just fucking insane. Sam Lake and Remedy, everyone involved with this game, I love you so fucking much because I don't know how you do it. It takes a lot of brain power and it takes an incredible brain to come up with the story that we're working with here. Jesus fucking Christ. Playing as Saga Anderson, I love Saga Anderson. She is one of my favorite characters in the entire series of Alan Wake. I think she probably is my favorite character next to Alan being second in Alan Wake. They're just so fucking good, so fleshed out, and the whole being in the fucking I'm blanking on what the Dark Realm is called. Playing as Alan going through the nightmare area is so fucking good. Genuinely scared the shit out of me multiple times. There's a video on Twitter if you go and look. It's a jump scare. It's kind of cheap, but good lord, if I had to poop, I would have shit. I would have shit all over myself because it was fucking terrifying. And there's multiple points like that through the game.
I'll put the link for that in the description.
You can hear it because it on PS5. I have it set to my mic records my voice, and I don't usually talk when I'm by myself or make noises when I'm by myself. But I was talking, making noises when that happened.
Hell yeah, dude. That's funny, but it's crazy though because this doesn't sound like the Peppa Pig game.
Yeah, it's not. It definitely isn't. It's not. I don't remember Peppa Pig having a gun or multiple guns.
Oh, that's because you haven't played the third one.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, Peppa Pig gets. Let's just say Peppa Pig goes hog wild.
Wow, that sounds terrifying. About the combat in Alan Wake 2, it's so good. If I had to compare it to another game, Resident Evil 4 remake specifically, combat is fantastic, and the combat here is also fantastic. And the way the inventory system is set up, it's kind of like Resident Evil 7 and 8's system, which is also very fucking good. I just fucking love these games so much, man. I cannot wait for Control 2 or even Alan Wake 3, because holy fuck, I just hope it doesn't take 10 years. I'm praying, I'm begging it doesn't take 10 years. I know they're working on Max Payne 1 and 2 remake, so I don't know.
Well, I was going to ask, do you think that it's warranted for Rockstar to sue Remedy over the logo change?
No, it's fucking stupid. It's just the letter R.
Does Rockstar own the letter R? Here's my case saying yes.
I think Rockstar's stupid. Even though Rockstar makes some of my favorite story games, period. They just need to have the lawyers there to shut up. Just shut up and tell them to work on the goddamn game. Hire the lawyers to work on the game.
No, they're gonna spend the next 3 years trying to decide who has the right to the letter R.
Oh goodness, thanks, thank you so much. Then Remedy's gonna change into something called like Dimity or Kimity.
Let's think of new names for Remedy. Dimity,
Alan Wake.
Dimity, Kimity, Wake Studios. There you go.
You know what? That's not bad. I'll take it. Alan Wake Studios. We make Alan Wake. What else did you expect?
I said Wake Studios, not Alan Wake Studios. That's stupid. Just Wake Studios.
But yeah, Alan Wake 2, my number one right there. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, wear a diaper while you're playing.
Yeah, I
was gonna say, and just the one mechanic in the game that is like so fucking like jaw dropping with how fucking good it is the way you can rewrite scenarios with Alan. Since what he writes in the book it becomes reality in the real world with Saga Anderson. And he's like, what the fuck? I didn't write this. Scratch wrote this shit. I didn't write shit. But it keeps popping up in the real world. And he's like, fuck, I got to rewrite this shit. And he's like, here's the cult of the deer. The cult of the deer killed him. Oh, fuck, that was a bad choice. Nothing happened here. And you can just change the entire scene and the layout of every single scene with Alan's notebook in his writing room. It's just so fucking unique and cool.
I love the dance number that we got at the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, Champion of Light. The whole fucking mission that you actually go through in the game for that it's really good.
Because you bringing that up reminds me of that, and then it reminds me of the tweet where somebody was like, "At this moment, I've realized that I don't know what Alan Wake 2 is about."
It's not exactly a story you can explain to someone without just saying, "Just play it," or
Fair.
just go into it. Because anyone trying to explain the Alan Wake story, like details to you, other than like the gist or like what kind of story it is, it's just gonna confuse you.
That's fair enough. It definitely seems. It definitely, because I played Alan Wake 1 forever ago. Wow, that was long ago. Okay. So it definitely, I can definitely understand that. I should say too, I've started Control, and I love it's just SCP. It's just fucking SCP. I still would love an SCP game. That would be sick. Like where it's like in this like Control.
I mean, Control is SCP, so that's it. You got it.
I know, but like a direct SCP game,
Yeah.
is what I mean. But yeah, no, it's Control is super cool. The monologues or the inner monologues or whatever are so fucking funny to me. But yeah, I'm getting through that. So hopefully I can beat it this year and finally play Alan Wake 2.
I just want to see Jesse Faden and Alan Wake interact. And I also want to see the band that actually plays Champion of the Light. They two of the members voice the old men in the game that are based on their band. And I just need to see what's going on there in the dark place. That's what it's called, which is kind of on the nose, but I just need to see what's going on in the dark place. Let me see those old fuckers, please.
Hell yeah. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. If you're listening to this, we are going to have an episode. I don't know when, but we're going to have an episode where I'm going to catch up on a ton of games. Cole's going to catch up on a ton of games. And then we're going to just talk about a ton of games.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
And also, you might be confused if you know the history of us. We are still doing Backlog, boys. We don't have anything to tell you about it other than like it will come at some point in the future. Just no set schedule.
Yeah.
Just know it will happen again at some point. Yeah,
it's not dead. It's just it's sleeping right now, basically. Just because we have to, we have stuff to do in our own lives, and then also too, we're having to focus on doing the main stuff. So yeah. But we still want to do it. We're still gonna do it. It's just when is to be determined.
Yeah.
But Colt, why don't you give us those numbers?
All right. I could be wrong. I could have missed, but these are the games that I know for sure. Not the games. This is the amount of games that I know for sure that I've beaten. I could have beaten more. I don't think I have, but in total, I have beaten 29 2023 games.
Okay.
In the year 2023. And in total number of games that I beat last year is 47.
Okay.
So I've spent some time gaming. I was a little busy.
Hell yeah. And then my numbers haven't changed. Total games 6. Total 2023 games 1.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot.
Yes, sir.
Most of my games are fucking badass, awesome, sick, really cool. I mean, there's some games that we didn't even talk about, like Dead Space or fucking like Hi-Fi Rush, which we did an episode on, or Jedi Fallen Order is a game that's so fucking good, but I didn't see anybody talking about in their end of the year stuff, even though it's better than not Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor.
Survivor. Yeah, I was gonna say
Even
Survivor.
though Jedi Survivor is better than Fallen Order, I beat Fallen Order last year, so I'm mixing them up. My bad. But Jedi Survivor is so damn good. Other than the performance issues at launch, the story, the gameplay, the planets, it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite Star Wars stories, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Cal Kestis is one of my favorite Jedis. I'll say that.
Oh wow, okay, that's cool. I hear that too. I hear a lot of people say like ever since that game, it's like people are like Cal Kestis is like one of their favorite Jedis. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to play Fallen Order. I did start Dead Space the remake as well. Still scary as shit.
Oh yeah, that game is also incredibly scary.
But it's very good. It's a very good remake. So yeah, I'm making my way through that. But besides those games, what are other games that we played?
Oh man, played a lot. I just want to go ahead and say I beat 4 fucking Trails games last year. That shit solidified as one of my favorite RPG series. Like, I think I like it more than Final Fantasy, which is saying a lot. Trails games are so fucking good. But other than that, man, we've been busy gaming, playing the shit out of Overwatch 2 and Fortnite.
Yep. Recently, the finals as well.
Yep, and the finals. Technically, we didn't jump onto it until 2024, but it came out last year, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, but with Overwatch 2 though, last year, 3 heroes came out: Lifeweaver, Alari, and Maga. They're all good heroes.
Yeah, all of them are great. I love Alari the most of those 3. She's a lot of fun. Lifeweaver, I didn't really like playing him at launch, but I didn't start playing him until recently. But he's gotten a lot better than what he was at launch.
Yeah, at launch, I was I didn't really I was afraid because his kit was kind of like was kind of not complicated, but seemed very difficult to use. And then but then like it wasn't literally it was like wasn't too long after that they've updated him and changed him, so it wasn't probably like maybe a couple of months after that. Lifeweaver is literally my favorite hero to use. So like support, but he's also just my favorite hero in general. I love him. He's so fun. I love his design too. And Alari, nothing against her. She's a good hero. Great. I just started playing her more like Colt with Lifeweaver. I just started playing her more recently, so I'm really enjoying her. And then Maga, I don't play tank, so I can't really say. But Maga,
is one of the funner tanks in my opinion, because all he is no think shoot. Like, you don't really have to like do much tactics other than trying to find a wall to hide behind if you need a second to reload and breathe. There's not much thinking when it comes to Maga. He's easy. He's the easy mode tank. But if you're not careful, especially in the platinum and diamond and up, he can be steamrolled really easily.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the recent changes now, the meta's kind of changed, so Maga really isn't at the top like he was when he came around the time he came out. So, oh well. No, Maga. Whenever I tested Maga in the firing range, he was seemed super sick. I love his design as well. I mean, all the heroes. I love all the heroes designs that have come out.
Want to arm wrestle?
Yeah, very fun character too. But yeah, Lifeweaver's my favorite, especially with most recently his Harbinger skin, where he's like a fucking biblically accurate angel. It's so sick. It's my favorite skin in the game now too. Yeah, I love Lifeweaver, and also too like I've been interested too with Thai culture and stuff, and it's really cool. Like there's a Thai hero in the game now too. Like with that, like because yeah, no, just been very interested in it. So it's really cool. It's feeding my interest now. Also too, their most recent season it's come out with the changes. Really cool, really nice.
Yeah, I'm liking this new stuff a lot. I know a lot of people are hating it, but man, I like the hitbox update for all the projectile hitbox update for all of them.
And then the ranking for competitive placements isn't too bad anymore. I like the percentage, how they show that. But goddamn, does it hurt whenever you see your percentage go down whenever you're playing when you lose a game? Oh god.
Oh yeah, when you win, you're like yeah, but when you lose, it's like fuck, I hate this. Go back to the old system.
it's so crazy, but it's really it's not bad. It's nice. It is fucked up though how you can do so good and it won't do anything to your percentage.
Oh yeah, you can have one person that fucks you over in your lobby. With 5 people, it's so easy to get one bad person or one person that's not on their A game that ruins the match and makes it so unfun.
It's so bad, and the thing is, and it's so funny too because like the discourse about like where different heroes stand on like tier lists and stuff is so stupid. Nobody can agree on anything, and everybody's fucking stupid because. Again, I love Lifeweaver, and I keep seeing people shit on Lifeweaver, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you guys suck so much with Lifeweaver? I'm like, I'm doing so good as him, and you guys are complaining about him, literally, and the only issue is that people keep talking about his reload. I'm like, shut the fuck up and swap. Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, and then the Battle Pass is really cool, too. It's an Eldritch season. I really like that.
Oh yeah, and then my favorite healer that is fucking Moira. She got a fucking mythic finally.
I'm playing more Moira. I get it now.
She's super simple. She's probably the easiest healer in my opinion because she's got aimbot attack. All you gotta do is aimbot attack, piss on people, throw your balls. Very easy.
Yeah. No, it's super. She's very simple. I never played her because I always felt like if I played her, I was gonna fuck it up for some reason, so I never played her. But no, she's really good.
But if you're a pro like me, a fucking good Moira is a pain in the ass, and that's what I plan to be.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that with this new update, people keep talking about, oh yeah, Moira isn't that good anymore. No, that's so stupid. Moira is still viable, and she's still a fucking killer. So I don't.
Yeah, they raised her damage, so the only thing they changed on her was her damage. They just raised it because she needs to be able to compete with the health increase. And let me say, I think she's a lot better than she was last season.
And the thing is, too, is people keep talking about like the health increases. So if anybody doesn't know, there's a health increase to all of the heroes. And not only that, there's a passive where heroes can will gain health to kind of give them more, in the words of the team, agency and not to be so reliant on the support and giving the support more of a room to kind of also be their own person as well. And people keep saying, oh yeah, because of this, it hurts the supports and it hurts the overall, balance or whatever. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like it's not that bad. It's good. I don't want to say it changes very little, but it's not nowhere near as catastrophic as I've seen some people talk about it. And yeah, it's just the fandom sucks ass.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or the player base, whatever. I will say though, it sucks that the battle pass they give the heroes that got skins on the battle pass are all like OG heroes who already have a ton of skins. I don't understand what they're doing.
Except for Brig, they don't give any battle pass skins for Brig or Baptiste.
For some reason, I don't understand. Like there's still good skins on the battle pass, but it's just what the hell. Yeah.
And Bastion got one of his best ones, and it's a ramen noodle skin.
Yeah, Bastion got his best one. Torbjorn got a really good skin. Bastion got a good skin. I don't mind the Alari skin.
Maze, but Widowmaker actually looks good. It's a purple.
Widowmaker's not bad. Of course, the Moira skin is awesome. It's just that Widowmaker, May, Winston, and Soldier all got skins, and it's just like, okay, they need more skins. Like whatever. I will say though, and the past seasons too have not been so. They've been kind of like the wild season.
Yeah, I was indifferent. I didn't. I feel like that's probably my least favorite mythic. With the Orisa, because it's the same skin but changed slightly that we already have.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, Overwatch 2 has been real fun. It's still fun. I'm still excited for where it goes with the new hero too.
Yep. And funny enough, the other game we've been playing a lot of, but not really that much last year, is Fortnite. We took like a very big break from Fortnite where I didn't hit level 100 in a season at one point. I just didn't care. I didn't feel like it because to me, it was a pretty weak season. I didn't care for the battle pass. I didn't care for what was going on in the game. We just didn't play it. We played mostly Overwatch at that point.
Yeah. But with the season that just came out recently,
Not recently. Like that was the fuck. Was that November or December?
was it
It was either
October?
early December or late November.
It was. I think it was November. I think. But yeah,
This new season, ooh, it breathed new life into this game. It really
yeah.
did with the Fortnite Festival, the racing mode,
Lego.
Lego, and even the changes from like basic Fortnite. It's awesome. It's really fucking fun. I know a lot of people complain that like the movement feels sluggish. It feels so slow. I can't run anymore. Shut up.
We played Fortnite at the time of recording this. We played Fortnite last night, and there was a guy who, I literally ran circles around, almost killed me, but they killed Colt, and I killed them. It was really fucking funny.
Yeah, there was multiple times last night where I was just saying like they're pissed, they're mad, they're pissing their pants right now.
Because Jesus Christ, we said that in Overwatch too, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
this Fortnite season is probably the best because it has like Colt said, Lego Festival, racing, but then also too the Fortnite Battle Pass. All the skins are really good.
Oh
Peter,
yeah, Peter Griffin in Fortnite is funny as shit, and it's also a really good skin. Solid Snake's in the game, and then you got old Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4, along with his little robot buddy. Fuck, that's awesome.
you have a tiger guy, you have a guy made out of diamond, and then you have a fencing lady, and then a lady made out of fire. Dude, they're all sick. They're all cool as hell.
It's an awesome season. I'm kind of worried whether it's since the next season is going to be starting in the beginning of March. I'm curious. Like, I don't want them to remove like the attachment system or the like vault stuff, like because this was kind of heisty again, like a throwback to the high season we got a long time ago. I don't know. I'm curious what they're going to do though.
Yeah, because this high season was super fun. It was just a fun. It's such a fun season. I don't know where they're gonna do or go. But God, I'm trying to think of anything else. Festival's so good.
Yeah, it is. This is fucking the future of Rock Band. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but this is it. It is. It's the future of Rock Band. I'm hoping in the future they release like a sample platter. Pay $60 and you get like 100 songs or something like that. Equivalent to a Rock Band size platter of games, so that people that want the Rock Band experience can just buy that, and if they want DLC, they can buy the songs separately. I just think it'd be neat, and plus we're getting a Stratocaster or a new controller to play Fortnite Festival with, which is a new guitar controller. And we haven't had one since the release of Rock Band 4 in 2018 or 16.
God.
Man, it's so fun.
Yeah, no, it's God, we last night too, we were so there's also a TMNT battle pass. And
Oh god.
it's really cool. They went really hard with the shredder skin, but we were playing it last night and there's quests for it, and there's a quest for playing the TMNT song.
A song made specifically for the Fortnite event.
For Fortnite, but
and you got to play it 4 times.
You have to play it 4 times. Holy shit. It's bad.
It's so bad. Every single like when we first started playing it, I was like, okay, all right, this isn't good. This is bad.
No, it was so quiet, and I'm sitting here thinking like, I was like, is Colt gonna say this is bad? If he doesn't, I'm gonna say this is bad, and then Colt says it immediately. I'm like, fuck, it's so bad. It oh my god, it's whoever wrote this. I'm sorry, you need to. It was probably Miles from Spider-Man.
Fuck, Miles, why did you do this? It's so bad. You called Raphael Ralph,
and then it just states it's like a bunch of buzzwords and just stating just literally, I say facts, but they even say fucking facts in the song.
Yeah, and they do a little sheesh in the background, and then you hear like, "We're so handsome."
And then they're doing a cowabunga.
It is dog shit. I couldn't help but laugh every single time we had to play that shitty ass song. Holy fuck, it's so bad. Anybody that bought that song, 500 V-Bucks, that's I'd say like equivalent to like $4, $3.75, something like that. Ah, man, you made a bad decision. I'm sorry.
I don't think anybody bought that fucking song. There's no way. And if they did, I'm sorry. You should get a refund. Even if you like it. Even if you like it.
I wanted a refund from playing it.
Like, oh my god, it's so bad. But no, it's so fun though, playing songs that are actually good.
Oh yeah, the whole like playing it on a controller, like a PlayStation 5 controller, it's super easy and very well done. They put a lot of effort in figuring out how to make this game accessible to people that don't want or don't have a guitar controller. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's Colt always plays on expert, and I don't understand because he's insane. The most I can do is medium.
I've been playing rhythm games for a long fucking time, specifically Guitar Hero and Rock Band and all those. I've just been getting better at rhythm games as I've gotten older. I can't play any real instruments, but man, I can fuck up some rhythm games.
Yeah, you can. I'm working my way though. I'm getting better at medium, so slowly working my way. But yeah, no, it's super fun. You know, playing bad songs too is fun.
Oh yeah, I'm still hoping that the search comes back into rotation one day when we're playing, so that you can finally play it.
Yeah,
that
now
fucking
keep in mind,
hog shit song.
You can buy the search, but
I'm not buying the search.
Nobody's gonna buy it. We're waiting for it to become. They have featured songs on there, which that's how you can play like whenever they add like new stuff, how that you can play it. So you don't have to buy it. But Jesus Christ, and I never buying that.
And it's introducing me to stuff that like I never would have listened to, because like I don't know why I just never got around to listening to Queens of Stone Age or Nine Inch Nails. I like some Nine Inch Nails, and I like some Queens of Stone Age now. I didn't even know I did.
Yeah, I've been listening to Queens of the Stone Age last year. They're really good. But Nine Inch Nails is the same thing. I never listened to Nine Inch Nails, but because of Fortnite, I'm starting to listen to Nine Inch Nails. Probably somebody's gonna be really hurt by that statement.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that are gonna be mad, like, God damn these kids, this isn't my music anymore. This is your kids' music. Put it in Fortnite. Wow, they made it bad now.
And the thing is too is I'm 25 and Colt's 24. So it's not like we're Gen Z, but we're not that young. Not anymore.
You're just mad because I'm full of happiness and joy, you old fuck.
Yeah, get him. Get him, Colt.
I'm a jolly old reindeer, and you're a dumb poop.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga, we're so handsome.
Leo's our leader. Facts.
Sheesh.
Ralph. So yeah, Fortnite's good.
Yeah, Fortnite's great. Gonna keep playing that. fucking love it. We got to finish up the battle pass because I am not missing out on Birder's Word, emote, and the Family Guy TV back bling. I gotta get those.
I just got Peter, and I'm so happy. At the time we recorded this, I got Peter the night before.
Yeah.
Saturday the 17th. But
and we got like 2 weeks before it ends, so we got to get on it.
No, we have a week.
Does it not end on the 9th of March?
I thought the battle pass said a week.
Fuck, it might. All right, we're gonna have to get busy.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, and then finally, we played the finals recently. Believe the hype. The finals is real. It's good.
Yes. Finals is a lot of fun. Sadly, the player base drop off is also insane. I'm a little worried about that because sadly, a lot of great games dropped and it's pulling the player base elsewhere, like specifically like Power World or now fucking Helldivers 2. I know we're talking about the finals, but goddamn.
The thing is with the finals is it's really fun. You know, the movement system, the weapons, the maps, the destructibility, all that's really fun. I always go light build because I love being so fast and so tiny, so small. But I think what they need to do is they need to make it easier to level up because it takes forever to level up. Even if you win a game, the experience you get is so it's not enough. Like you might be able to get up like maybe a level or two, not even a 2, maybe a level because but unless like you're like doing a bunch of just challenges and really like working those, I mean it's really tough just to level up by itself. Especially in the battle pass. It's really tough. If they did that and they added more maps and stuff and didn't have so much fucking shit that you have to buy, I think I don't think the player base would have, or maybe you could have it more steady. But then also to Helldivers 2 just capped out their thing at what, like 400,000?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking high.
Jesus. So yeah. But no, the finals is still good. It's still fun and really is still really cool.
Yeah, it is. I really love it. All the class system and just the destructibility. We don't have shooters with destructibility like that anymore. Like they used to do it in Battlefield, like Battlefield 3, 4, 1. I didn't play whatever the World War II one was, not 2044 or whatever. The destruction is just not as good anymore. But in this game, it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I think it's very good.
But I'd say there's like one more game though that we've already brought up. That is Helldivers 2. Just came out like a week or two ago. I don't know really. I think a week because holy fuck, this game is blowing the fuck up. I've played probably 4 hours of it total. I get the hype. It is the most, as Gene Park on Twitter said, the most video game that you can get. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a 4-person PvE shooter against aliens, bugs, and potentially a third group, which you fought in the first Helldivers game, which I don't know anything about. I'm super excited to actually dump more into it because the Battle Pass is free. You can get the premium one with real currency, or you pay for currency, or you can just complete the free Battle Pass and you'll get enough currency to buy the premium, which you never see in games like that. But this is a pay-to-play game, so I think it's cool they added that ability. And plus, it's only $40. And also, fucking can't play it. Is another thing. Last night, Wenzel and I were trying to play it. 2 nights in a row, we tried to play it. First night, the game was glitched. It wasn't letting us progress. The second night, I got on. I was able to play. Wenzel could not get on, so we gave up. Tonight, we're gonna try again. It's currently Sunday, so hopefully a lot of people can't play late, so because they gotta go work. But for me personally, I'm off on Monday because of a government holiday. So I hope we can actually start playing this goddamn game.
Yeah, because even though they increased the capacity, literally, as soon as I log on, Colt gets in like
5 minutes.
immediately, 5 minutes, and then I can't get in. 30 minutes go by, I can't get in, and then it gets to the point where it says capacity has been reached. It's gonna keep retrying, but like complete like logging capacity has been reached. It's insane. So yeah. But I mean, the tutorial and what I did play, it was fun. It's just the insanity I haven't got to experience. I love seeing the Twitter stuff or the bits on Twitter though.
Yeah, that's also funny on TikTok where people's like, "Shit, man, I'm not even part of the war. I don't even have a PS5, but I'm worried, man. You gotta get on those fights in Malevelon Creek. I haven't even gotten there because that shit's apparently really hard. But fuck, it's so good just seeing all the people talk about it. It also feels good to be a part of it too. So I'm hoping they increase their server capacity a lot more. Honestly, it's probably best if like you want to play the game, probably wait a week or two from this episode drops, and the server should be perfectly fine because the Sony money is going to help them.
Yeah, or just leave your PlayStation on forever.
If you get in, yes, just leave your PlayStation on. You'll never have to leave.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's all video game stuff I have. Unless you have anything.
Nope, that's all video game. It's all video game stuff. That's it. No more.
No more video games. That's all. Thank you for releasing them, world. But we've had enough.
Yeah, we're done. All right. Well, thank you for listening to us. You can listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast. We really appreciate it. Give us a like, subscribe, feedback, leave us a review, 5-star ratings. It really helps us out. Let us know if you liked it. Give us, let us know. Again, like feedback. We appreciate it. You can follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. You can follow all the other channels or all the other shows, Cage and Greatness, Backlog Boys, on Twitter as well. Backlog Boys Pod. Sorry, I should say that's what we are. Follow us on Instagram, AYCH Podcast. Follow us on Blue Sky, AYCH Podcast. Blue Sky or bsky.social. You can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear. You follow us on YouTube, AllYouCanHear, where all our VODs from Twitch are on there. And I think that's it. Go check out our other episodes for year-end stuff for AYCH Awards. We have movies, we have songs, and now we have this. And then next week we're going to be doing TV shows and anime. So be excited for that.
Yeah, which is another one that will probably be short. Because let's just say you've already seen why it'll be short, because we've we've watched a ton of movies. I played a ton of games, and Wenzel listened to a ton of music. I listened to some music. We're busy cats.
Busy cats. But this should still be a fun time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that'll be the final part 4 of the AYCH Awards. But yeah, and then you can follow me on Twitter at TwinsyWilkie. Follow my art Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky as World of Winsy. You can follow my Bookstagram, Wenzel Banters. My Linktree has links for everything, including my Goodreads and Letterboxd. Thank you.
My name Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Follow me on Blue Sky. Since it's now open, Blue Sky's open, guys. Get in there.
Oh, yeah, Blue Sky's open now. That's right.
Follow me on Blue Sky, ColtD99. That place it's nice. It's not Twitter. I'm not seeing any far-right people yet, but who knows, future, they could just say, you know what, racism is allowed now, like Elon, but hey, whatever. I just want to find a happy place, please.
All right, well, we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice.